If I were a founder running a new offer in the info and coaching space, these are the three main key things that I would have, that I would make sure are absolutely in place before I even launch my ads. One, I would make sure that I know I can close, or that I have a really strong closer on my team. And in a lot of cases, having someone like that is going to involve giving them some leeway, not micromanaging them, making sure that they feel supported, making sure that they have a channel of communication between yourself and the rest of the team. And it's also going to involve them having a deep understanding of the prospects, the archetypes. If I cannot provide a list and a couple of Google Docs about that, I'm probably setting my closer up for a very tough ride, a very uphill battle. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to go to a gunfight with a knife, you know? And unfortunately, that's what a lot of founders are doing to their closers by not equipping them with specific details and info, Reddit posts, YouTube videos about the kinds of people that they are going to be speaking to on the offer. So that's number one. Number two, I would make sure, this is a simple one, but it's so crucial, that all automations and integrations are firing correctly. The last thing you want is for your closer to put a deal through to actually transact for whatever it is, 2 grand, 5 grand, 10 grand or more, and they send a form, a jot form or a type form, whatever, to the prospect to fill out and make that deposit or make that payment, and it gets lost in cyberspace. And now your closer doesn't know if they're going to get paid. Nobody knows if that information was actually submitted. Prospects left scratching their head like, what the heck? I thought we were going to start. You know, it screws up everything. So before you launch, always make sure, go through a trial run, get someone on your team to, go through the funnel. Just absolutely make sure that everything is working correctly. And then the third, and probably the most important thing that I make sure is in place before I launch and before I actually start taking calls on the calendar, is ensuring that you can, what was I going to say here? You see a forward path for the business. You have a pretty good idea of your numbers. You know that, okay, this is our ad spend, this is our ROI, this is our LTV for each client. We know that if we get them in for $3,800 on the front end, and then we have an upsell for $6,800 on the back, that we're going to need X amount of clients to break even. We're going to need X amount of clients to make sure that our guys, our closer makes 10K, 15K this month, our setter makes 5, 10K. And then, of course, at the end of the day, that myself as a founder, that I come away after doing all this hard work with, something in my pocket. And we also are on track to reach the ultimate goals, which is usually going to be to sell for a multiple, or to integrate another agency, have them take over, and then just kind of exit it from there, whatever it is. So those are the three things. Again, just making sure that your closers know who they're speaking to, like deeply. Integrations, automations are firing on all cylinders, and you know your numbers. So if you want help, if you're a founder in the info or coaching space, and you're looking for someone who's been around and has seen sometimes how just volatile some of these businesses can be on the back end, and they might look fantastic, spick and span on the front end, but on the inside, they're being held together by basically duct tape, then shoot me a DM. I'll do a free audit. I'll take a look at everything in your CRM, take a look at your team, and then we can talk about potentially working together and actually getting those numbers up and making sure you're not bleeding cash in certain areas that you totally don't need to be.